Welcome back to Higher Hertz. My name is Alexis and I'm here with another violin lesson video for you guys today. Today we're going to be going over how to strengthen your bow hand and arm. So I know that when one is starting to learn to play violin, it can just feel like your arm just doesn't have enough strength either, or maybe you're just not quite sure how to use the bow correctly. And also, it can be really hard to get like your pinky finger and stuff and your thumb to stay where you want it to stay. So a couple exercises you can do on your own at home where you don't even need to use the violin are some things like this. So go ahead and get your bow hand set up correctly. To review how your bow hand should look, you take your thumb first and you're going to set it right here on the leather grip. It's going to be kind of on the inside towards yourself of the bow. You're going to place your middle finger across from it. Your pointer finger is going to kind of lay on its side in between the two knuckles here. It should still be on the grip. Sometimes the metal part is going to go closer to the frog, so that's okay if that's how your bow is made. Your ring finger is going to go around the white dot here on the bow, and then your pinky finger is going to rest on the inside here. Now, the bow is usually planed into an octagon, so instead of setting it right on top of the octagon, you're going to kind of set it more towards yourself on the inside here. So kind of like how thumb was, your pinky is going to go more on the inside, and your pinky is going to have a bit of a curve to it. So we're really going to want to work on strengthening our pinky. You're going to get that really strong pinky there. Also, your thumb should have a nice kind of curve to it here. It can be easy to kind of clench our thumbs like this, or to even go too extreme in this way. You want it to just be kind of a little bit more relaxed, but still really strong. Okay, so some exercises you can do to strengthen your bow hand. Go ahead and try to move the tip of your bow in a circle like this without moving your arm. You're just going to be doing this in your hand. So what you're going to feel is like a rotation going on through your hand. And this will help you feel like when you're more at the tip this way, it's more strength with your pinky. If you're more at the frog, it's going to be a little bit more strength in your thumb. And what you can do then, you can start with larger circles, and you can work your way to thinner, really tiny circles. You can go back out. And if you're just getting started with violin and that feels like a bit too much, you can do more of the arm exercises. You don't have to have a really flexible hand to start playing violin, but you can practice moving your arm while trying to keep your fingers where they should stay on the bow. Maybe you can call this one mixing some cookie batter, make some cookies, that sort of thing. Okay, next what you can do is you can have the bow set in like a horizontal plane like this. And what I want you to try and do is using your pinky, raise the bow up and down. And this is great pinky strengthening exercises, especially too since you don't want the rest of your fingers to move out of position, but you'll really feel how the stick is rotating on your thumb, kind of the thumb pad. And it's okay if you have to adjust a little bit. You can, try doing some more circles this way too if you want. A little bit less applicable, but this is really great strengthening exercise. Another thing you can practice doing, you don't even need to use the violin for this one, is actually practicing moving where the bow would go and just feeling how it feels in your fingers. And you can be super exaggerated about what this motion's like. So you can see when I'm doing this, as I come out towards where the tip of the bow would be on the violin, my pinky really extends out, my thumb is quite bent, and all the other fingers are quite relaxed on the stick. As we come up towards the frog, the pinky is going to go ahead and kind of curve back up, and the other fingers are going to get a little bit more sprightly. There, we're just really using the pads of our fingers to be holding onto the bow there. So you can practice doing imaginary bow strokes. And you can make them short too, and you can be really quick. If it feels a bit too much, slow it down. So you can just get that motion, see what it feels like. If you don't mind getting a little rosin on your shirt too, you can go ahead and set the bow on your shoulder while you're doing these exercises. And that way it'll give you a little bit more stability too. Another great exercise you can do to strengthen your bow hand is to set the bow on the violin and to practice lifting up each finger one at a time. Can you still be holding on while you're doing these? The tricky one is to lift your thumb. And you can try this at the tip. Frog. It's kind of a fun one. You can also do this while you're bowing. Can you bow without your thumb? Is the rest of your hand strong enough? That's a pretty tricky one to do. So feel free to get creative on your own with different bowing exercises and hand strengthening exercises. I know there are tools available that you can like scrunch and like really strengthen your right hand. I've never found any of those to be quite necessary. Sometimes people can develop injuries from working their hand too hard. If you feel like when you're doing this, your hand's getting really tight, you can always stop and stretch out your hand. A really great stretching exercise for that would look like this. So what you can do is bring your hands out in front of you and really lay them kind of like flat in front. And you can pull back your hand here, pull the fingers back. Don't do anything that actually hurts. And also don't feel like you need to do it for a long time. But this can help just with, you know, your hands are kind of curved like this most of the time while we're playing. So it just kind of re-stretches your hand out. And you'll even notice with my pinky finger, it doesn't quite go straight. I don't know if it was always that way, but there's certainly a lot of muscle there built up from years and years of playing. So always you can stretch your hands back. Some people pop their knuckles. I don't know if it's healthy or not. But just always make sure that you're taking care of yourself physically as well as, you know, mentally and emotionally while you're playing, so that when you do these exercises, when you play, you can do it in a way that's really healthy and that makes you really happy. So thanks so much for watching today. This was another production with Higher Hertz. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. My name is Alexis, and I'll see you guys in the next one.